Salute, salute. Welcome back to the Retro Rick Podcast. I am your host, Rick. We back in the building. Oh, man, a lot been going on. How y'all doing out there? Appreciate you for tapping in with me. Appreciate you for checking out the podcast. Appreciate you to coming and, hearing my thoughts on things and seeing my point of view on things and hearing what I got to say about what's going on out there in the world. I appreciate that, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, I'm chilling though. I'm not fresh out the gym, but I was in the gym today. My gym activities has been consistent, and that's a good thing. I feel good. Nah, for real. I really do. I've been going to the gym consistently for the past couple of weeks, every other day. If I miss a day, then I'll go 2 days. And if I hit the gym and I feel like, you could have gave a little more. Sometimes I go to the gym right after work, so sometimes I'll be a little tired. So if I feel like, you have more in the tank, man, I'll go back. And I like that. I like that. I like that I'm getting to that level of my gymness, if that's even a word. Well, I know gymnast is a word, but you know how I'm saying it. I like that because this is the most consistent I've ever been with going to the gym. So I'm going to keep going and getting better. And, I'm going to keep updating y'all with the process. Then my son, because mind you, today I worked out. I kept my sweater on, right? Because I wanted to sweat a little bit. So I kept my sweater on. So my son, he called me. No, my wife called me. Oh, you got to take Poppy to the basketball court. I'm like, oh, mind you, it's getting dark. By the time I'm leaving the gym, it's getting dark out. My son don't care about none of that. It could be 1 a.m. If I say I'm going to take my son to the basketball court, he's anticipating going to the basketball court. Like, he don't care about none of that, right? I'm tired. Mind you, now I'm outside. It's brick because I'm sweating. I'm cold as shit. But my son won't go to the basketball court. I'm like, big man, Daddy went to the gym today. It's kind of dark outside. You want to just go tomorrow? Nah, there's lights at the court. Because one of the courts, so we go to different courts, but one of the courts we go to is behind the school. And it do have a light, but the light is on the school. The basketball court is not that lit, but it's lit enough. So we got there enough. We had a little time to get some shots up. As long as we got some shots up, he good. So, but he don't forget nothing. He don't, like, he'd call me, hey, when you get off, you said we gon', yeah, I got you, big man. Oh, all right, just making sure. Like, he don't forget nothing. That's my man, though. But yeah, man, I know y'all know the internet's been buzzing about this For All the Dogs album that Drake just dropped. A lot of mixed reviews on it. Some people like it, some people don't like it. Me personally, I'm not the biggest Drake fan, but I can respect what he do. I can respect what he brought to the game. I definitely can respect what he contributes, to music. We can't deny that. He's one of the biggest artists in the world. Had one of the most legendary runs in music. All the accolades is deserved. You know what I mean? I personally don't put him, at the top of my rapper list. But if we go like musicians overall, he can get on the list, but my rapper list is just for the rappers, you got to pen it and, you got to have rap albums, you know what I mean? Same thing with Kanye. Like, I know a lot of people put Kanye, as in their best rapper list, but I can't do that. A lot of people contributes to that. You know what I mean? But Drake, I'm not the biggest Drake fan, but like I said, I respect what he do. I'm a rapping Drake fan. So when he's rapping and popping his shit, I'm all for that. I'm all for that. The R&B side of Drake, I'm cool. Just give me the raps and I'm fine. Joe Budden came out and, he had some things to say. And, in a nutshell, he basically said he wished that Drake, sounded more grown up. I personally didn't see anything that he said wrong in that. Drake does like to attach himself to a lot of the younger artists, like he got Lil Yachty on there helping him with the project. I'm not necessarily saying there's nothing wrong with that, but there's a lot of elder men out there that you can get with. It's a lot of OGs in the game you can get with. It's a lot of legendary producers and A&Rs and all that you can get with. I understand you're doing the FaceTime joint with Kai Cenat, and it's almost like he's trying to get new, younger fans when you got enough fans. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who's old enough to consume music knows who you are, right? Anybody who's old enough to really consume music, or anybody who's old enough to go in a phone and look up their favorite artist knows who you are. Like, you're not appealing to nobody new. Like, and how much of a younger crowd are you trying to appeal to? People gonna like what they like. Like my son, if my son goes in the shower, my son is blasting Dirt 24/7. Like my son, he's old enough to go and type in his name on YouTube and play 2K while he listens to Dirt. He's old enough to do that. It's just people who's old enough to consume the music is going to consume your music. They're going to get your music. I don't really see anything that Joe said wrong in that. Drake responded. I'm not going to read it. He basically called Joe Budden a failed rapper, which that's another thing that I disagree with, because everybody's not in it for the accolades. Budden is from a different era. He's from an era where you had to write your shit. He's from an era where you had to be nice, and he's from an era where it meant something to get acknowledged by your peers. And I don't give a fuck who your favorite rapper is. They know about Joe Budden. They respect Joe Budden pen, So to call him a failed rapper when whoever Drake idolized as a rapper, yeah, they'll tell him, Joe one of them. He one of us. It's no rapper can't say that Budden ain't a top tier lyricist. I know most people not too familiar with Budden's catalog because he did so well with his podcast that people think he's just an angry guy sitting on a podcast. But we need people like Budden because he don't ass kiss. A lot of platforms, they ass kiss. Shit be whack. Niggas be on there doing interviews. The people be knowing they lying. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas be on there lying. Just lying. People just sit there. Oh, yeah, going along with it. See, Budden, man, I respect Budden. Like, he stand on his square. He likes something, he like it. He don't like it, he don't like it. It is what it is. So we need people like that to keep the balance. If not, everybody's going to be kumbaya and nobody's going to really share their real opinions about shit because they don't want to get blackballed or they don't want to lose the oh my God, next rollout, he's going to come to our platform. They don't want to lose that. So we need people like Budden who don't have no ties, and he's really just in there really doing what he feel is right by sharing his genuine opinions, So we need that. So Drake, called him a bunch of shit, failed rapper. He never addressed really anything that Budden said. He just basically went on to say about how much of his career is better than Joe Budden's career. But my man, everybody ain't with the accolades. You understand what I'm saying? Joe Budden just simply said, you'll grow up sooner or later. Father Time is undefeated, which is real. There's nothing wrong with him saying, yo, my man, you 36 years old. You don't necessarily need to FaceTime Kai Cenat for an album rollout and all this. Like, ain't Kai Cenat don't got not one fan that don't know who the fuck you are. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, what's the point? It's like, what's the point? Anybody all these younger niggas you going to talk to, do you think they fans don't know who the fuck you is? You're the biggest nigga in the world, everybody knows who you are. And since this, he's been writing bars in his captions, you know, throwing shots at Joe. He got Birdman on Clubhouse, and everybody is coming to Drake's defense, calling Joe Budden a hater. You got people that's writing, you know, oh, Birdman check Joe Budden. And it's like, this is what we doing in the internet. Birdman check Joe Budden. Birdman went on Clubhouse and said something about Joe Budden saying something about Drake. Them niggas not in the same state. They ain't get on the phone. They wasn't face to face. None of that shit. So how is that a checking? But that's what the internet does. Like, oh, he checked him. How did he check him? Like, I could get on here and say anything about anybody. That's not me checking them. That's just me on my podcast saying what I'm saying. That's not a checking. Like, them niggas not in the same state. Like, they're nowhere near each other in the same vicinity, nothing. That's not a check-in. Birdman, that's just Birdman getting on Clubhouse and talking. Then everybody's like, oh, Birdman, he's scared. Listen, man, I don't know none of these guys personally. But people have to stop just looking at the persona of someone and judging books by their cover. You know, everybody don't have to go out and act tough and, oh, I'll do this and I'll do that. Hey, yo, niggas is grown-ass men. Nobody's moving like that. You know, you got some ignorant niggas out there that move like that, but, you know, for the most part, niggas is out here trying to get some money, trying to have fun, trying to do, you know what I'm saying, whatever they trying to do to enjoy whatever they trying to enjoy, family, you know, just chill. Like, niggas out here on they grown man shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers like, oh, Birdman is got Joe Budden scared and this and that. It's like, yo, we don't know these people personally. What makes you think that he's scared? Like, you know? But Birdman is out. He's talking. That alone makes you think, this shit is striking a nerve. You know, what Budden said is strike that much of a nerve. And the public outpour about this album is probably not what they expected. You know? I wanted an all rap album personally. You dropped the album called For the Dogs, for all the dogs. And, you know, I'm thinking you about to tear shit up. Like, yo, we gonna come out here and we on our rap shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you 12, 13. Here it is. This what you wanted. I'm in that mode. I thought it was gonna be that. Then I was like, nah. Because again, he always said, I would never do an all rap album. My fan base too big. I don't want to hear none of that. You know what I'm saying? 50 is my favorite rapper. He's been my favorite rapper since 1999. He has no picks. 0 picks. He was diamond dissing niggas from his hood. You understand what I'm saying? He was diamond going back and forth with niggas in the hood. He was diamond going back and forth with niggas that was gold. Like, come on, what are we talking about here? You know, and Drake and 50's run is 2 different things, man. It's 2 totally different things, man. Because again, Drake he caught, you know, lightning in the pan, and he caught the era. 50 did this shit when 10 million people had to go to the store and buy your shit. We ain't even gonna talk about the bootleg, but he still went diamond. That means 10 people got in their car or walked or got on the bus or did whatever they had to do to go to the store and buy your shit. Drake has everybody's shit in their phone. Right? You understand what I'm saying? This streaming shit is different. Like, they're streaming farms, that's this, that. See, I don't care about numbers. When Jay-Z came out with that men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Nah, numbers lie. All the time. Because there's a bunch of whack-ass niggas with a lot of numbers. There's streaming farms. There's fucking services you could pay to hike your numbers up. It's all type of shit going on out here, man. Numbers lie. I don't want to hear that. Numbers lie. They always lied. Numbers lie. Right? You know, like I said, this is no shade to Drake. You know, the album's not for me, but none of Drake's albums are for me. You know, I say 50% of them. Give the people a rapping album, man. his excuse, and I call it an excuse, is, my fan base is too big. I got to please too many people. Well, first and foremost, there's no such thing as pleasing everybody. Right? That's number one. Number two is you're Drake. You are who you are. So there's nothing nobody could do about that. Number three, I highly doubt you're going to lose your fans because you decided to make an all rap album. Like, come on. Like, what are we talking about here? Because you can say, yo, I'm about to make this all rap album, and then I'm going to double right back and I'm going to make an all R&B album. Like, what are we talking about here? You're Drake. As much shit as you pop, as much, bravado as you rap with, if you wanted to really make an all rap album, you would. You could. You're that big of an artist. I don't want to hear that, man. I don't want to hear that I'm too big, I got to please everybody, man. 50 was diamond, going back and forth with niggas. Jay-Z was going back and forth with Mino from Harlem World. Like, come on. Like, come on. Niggas outside. They got outside. They got with niggas. It's no hiding behind the I'm too big or I'm this, I'm that. Ain't no, like, come on. We cool on the subs. We cool on the subs. And that's the thing too, man. It's like you get mad at Joe Budden for critiquing your album. Then you get on your album and you talk about whoever you want to talk about. So you can't be upset when niggas just talking about you, right? If I made an album and I'm on there throwing shots at this person, that person, this person's wife, all type of shit, and then I'm gonna get mad when somebody critique my album and say they don't like it. Nah, I'm too much of a real nigga for that. You know what I mean? I know that I can't please everybody, so I wouldn't give a fuck who like my shit or who don't like my shit. That's just me. Now everybody ain't me and I ain't everybody. But if I was a professional musician like these guys, once I drop something, I don't give a fuck. I dropped the best project that I felt was for me and what I wanted to do at that time, and I'm comfortable with that. And I'm comfortable enough with that to not give a fuck about who like it or who don't like it. This is my job. This is my passion. This is me expressing my artistic self. So I don't give a fuck what nobody think about it. I like it. So I'm going to put it out. If it's not received well, I bet we're going to run it back. That should be the fun part. You don't have to get bent out of shape because niggas don't like your album. Go back in the lab and come back out with some heat. That should be the fun part. You niggas is professional musicians. Everybody ain't gonna like everything. It don't work like that. LeBron don't step on the court and make every shot. Imagine this nigga get mad and go home, or get mad and ask the coach to get taken out the game every time he miss a shot. Nigga never play. Like, come on, man. I get it. Musicians is sensitive, this, and that. But at the same time, you can't be a sensitive musician and popping shit at the same time. How you sensitive and be popping shit at the same time? How does that work? You all through the album popping shit. You dissing people. You know what I'm saying? You dissing A$AP Rocky. You dissing Rihanna. Like, come on, man. Imagine me listening to a song and I'm married. Like, a nigga diss my wife or disrespect my wife, I'll go in your mouth. Right? Like, that's what you asking for. But you got Birdman and all these people saying, yo, don't talk about Drake. Don't do this. Don't do that. That ain't right. So nobody could talk about Drake, but Drake could talk about whoever he want. Come on, man. Like, at what point do we got to look at this shit and be like, yo, niggas is ridiculous? You can't talk about, like, I'm going to tell you like that. Disrespect my wife. You know what I'm saying? Disrespect my wife or my daughters. Like, I got 2 daughters. Disrespect my wife or my daughters. But niggas can't critique your album? Like, come on, man. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? I don't want to hear that. Oh, he's spicy and this and that. Like, you're talking about somebody's lady. These niggas just talking about an album, art. You're talking about a human being. What's more disrespectful? You more sensitive You're more sensitive about talking about somebody talking about your album than you are talking about a human. Like, that's wild to me. And you always subbing. Yo, say a name. If you want diss ASAP Rocky, diss that nigga. Say his fucking name. Nigga, name the song ASAP Rocky. Like, these niggas be like, I don't understand. And again, there's nothing wrong with expressing yourself, do whatever, all that, whatever, man. I don't care about that. I'm saying enough with the subs, man. You can't have all your people getting mad at niggas and so-called threatening niggas when they mention your name, but you get on your shit and mention and talk about or sub whoever you want. Like, it don't work like that. You gotta either say a nigga name or stop subbing them, right? Say a name or just chill. Make your music and that's that. And give the people an all rap album. But you know why he don't want to give people an all rap album? Drake doesn't want to give, in my opinion, again, this is just my opinion. This is my podcast. I'm just sharing my opinion. I think Drake don't want to give people an all rap album because he's going to be directly compared to all the classic rap albums that came out before him. Just look at the reaction and look how he's handling the reaction to this album. If he drops an all rap album, he got to get compared to Get Rich or Die Trying. He got to be compared to Reasonable Doubt. He got to be compared to Illmatic. You know what I'm saying? He got to be compared to Built for Cuban Links and all the classic rap albums. And then where would his shit rank amongst those classic rap albums? We don't know. You think he could take that? Look how he's acting now. He writing bars in his caption. He wrote Joe Budden a damn essay. Like, he feeling it that people ain't really digging his album like that. He like, man, you know, what do you think he'll do if he got to directly get compared? Because you can't directly compare none of his albums to Illmatic or Reasonable Doubt. That's not like he doesn't have an all rap album. You know? And again, he's one of the biggest, most successful artists of all time. We not taking that away from him. We not saying he's not dope. We not saying he don't make no good music. We not saying none of that. What we're saying is, give the people an all rap album. Give the people an all R&B album. At this point in your career, you should be doing what the fuck you want to do. You should be experimenting. Go back and rap with some legends. All right? I don't want to hear, we done heard you. It's the same features damn near your album. Like, we get it. I understand. Go, like, do something different. Give the people an all R&B album. Give the people an all rap album. You know, work with different people, whatever the case. You know, you are who you are. At this point in your career, you should be just doing what the fuck you want to do. You should really be experimenting. And I'm not necessarily saying, you know, do something you're not comfortable with. Make your music, but experience more, man. Like, switch it up some. You know, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Switch it up some. And again, I like Drake. Rapping Drake, he get busy. But my man, when you and Meek was going through it and Meek came out with the ghostwriting and the reference tracks and all that, if that didn't stop your career, you making an all rap album won't stop your career. You understand what I'm saying? I'm an 80s baby, man. I grew up in the golden era. He would not last in that era. We all know that. Oh, word? You ain't write that? Oh, nah, this is a reference track. You got other niggas writing your raps? Oh, hold on. Whoa. Get this nigga up out of here. Right? Come on, man. The DMXs, the Nas's, the Jay-Z's, the Andre 3000s, the Ice Cubes, come on, man. Niggas was not trying to hear that ghostwriting shit. But again, this is a different era. This era don't give a damn about that. This era embrace it. This era welcomes it. This era is all for it. And hey, this ain't my era. I'm just sharing my thoughts and opinions on this shit. But if ghostwriting and reference tracks is not going to derail your career, you making an all rap album is not going to derail your career. And it's okay to go in the booth, just come up with the best product that you could come up with. Stop thinking, oh my God, it's going to be compared to Jay-Z's first album and this and that and all that. And that's a lot of pressure. You may feel that's pressure, but my man, just do you. Do you. You know how many podcasts are in the world? Like, do you have any idea how many podcasts is in the world? You know how many podcasts is bigger than mine? What I'm supposed to do? Sit here and be like, man, I ain't going to record. No. What are we talking about? Like, no. I went and bought this Rodecaster when it first came out. I got these microphones, this computer. Like, no, I'm going to podcast. I don't give a fuck that, it's however many podcasts. It's a nigga, yo, as I'm saying this right now, it's a nigga right now about to drop their first episode. And it's a nigga right now that's about to drop their 600th episode. I don't give a damn. I'm going to get my shit rocking. So I ain't worried about what the next nigga do. Or I ain't worried about who don't like my shit. The people that like it. They gonna rock with me. And I'll apply that to the music. If I was a musician. Listen, I'm going to go in the booth. Long as I know when I step outside this booth, I did what I wanted to do, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. When I step out the booth and I know I did what I'm supposed to do and what I wanted to do, I'm cool. Y'all niggas can have a field day picking this shit apart. I don't care. Because in my heart, I did what I wanted to do. I was comfortable with it. And guess what? If it ain't hit, I bet I'm back. You know what I mean? I'm going to chill for a couple months. I'm back in the studio. This is my profession. This is my hobby. This is my passion. I'm right back in the studio. Y'all going to like this one. Now let me see what the people saying. I bet. Let me go back. Let me tweak it. Like, that's what this shit is about, man. Have fun with this shit, man. Come on, man. You already done made all the money. You already got all the accolades, man. Now it's time to have some fun with this shit. We can't be getting sensitive every time somebody says something about our shit and then turn around and, you talk crazy. Like, Drake talks a lot of shit. He pops a lot of shit and people like it. People like when he be in his rap bag and he be popping shit. He pops a lot of shit. He sends a lot of subs. So, come on, my nigga. You do that. You know that. You send subs, you pop your shit. So guess what? You got to stand 10 toes on when people is coming at you. You got to take that. You got to take that on the chin. You can't have Birdman. Like, come on, man. Get Birdman off Clubhouse. Get him off Clubhouse. Like, this don't look good. Niggas is grown men. Like, I don't understand that shit, man. Niggas get on Clubhouse with 50 strangers who don't know shit about shit. Why is a nigga that got $100 million on a fucking Clubhouse talking to a bunch of motherfuckers who not even musically inclined enough to have a conversation with this man about music, threatening Joe Budden? That don't make no sense, man. Call that, yo, Drake, call that nigga, man. And tell that nigga, like, oh, come on. Nah, baby, we good. We chilling. We ain't on it like that. Like, come on, man. I don't get it. Why? I'm not getting on Clubhouse and talking about, yo, nigga better not say nothing else about, nigga, what? For all that, you could have called into the damn Joe Budden podcast. Or just do that shit offline and call him and be like, yo, look, what's up? Let's have a conversation, whatever the case. Like, why is niggas keep going on Clubhouse with a bunch of strangers who don't know nothing about nothing, man? Them niggas is on Clubhouse be ignorant as fuck. They don't know what they be talking about. Like, they don't have a fucking clue. And I get it, music is subjective, but come on, man. These motherfuckers do not have a clue about what be going on. And you got Birdman. Legendary Birdman in Clubhouse threatening Joe Budden. Come on, man. Like, come on. We got to do better. Joe Budden is very necessary for the culture. Very necessary. Anybody who says Joe Budden is not a top tier lyricist, I don't respect your music opinion. And I get it. I said it. I know I said it. Music is subjective. But come on, man. Some things is just what they are. And Joe Budden being a nice rapper is one of them. Drake is a nice rapper when he wants to be. Just give us a rap album. Don't get mad at the people for critiquing your album. You are a professional musician who sells and makes money off of your craft of making music. So when you go in the booth, you make a song, you put it out to the public to get money, you are now open to criticism. Take it on the chin. You understand? Grown man shit. Take, like, it is what it is. Right now, when I get done with this podcast and I hit upload and my shit is on all the platforms, playing in over 9-10 countries, anybody can go in there and leave a comment. Yo, this nigga is trash. Like, the fuck? Like, I'm open to criticism. Once I hit publish, I'm open to criticism. Anybody could come across this podcast like, this nigga Rick is whack. You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 star and say, don't go listen to that podcast. That nigga views and opinions is crazy. He don't know what the fuck he talking about. He a cornball. They could say whatever. I'm okay with that. You know what? I don't care. I'm me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm me, man. I'm really me. I don't try to be nobody else. I don't let people's opinions affect me like that. Especially if I was a professional musician. You know? I'm telling you. When I get done recording this and I upload it, niggas can say whatever they want about the podcast. I felt good about it. That's why I uploaded it. It is what it is. So when you make an album, oh, you feel good about that album? Let it fly. Let it fly. Don't worry about what people gonna say. Them niggas ain't in the booth with you. Them niggas ain't in your thought process. They ain't in your brain. Let that shit fly. But we can't get mad at, you know, people like Joe Budden, man, because we need people like Joe Budden. People that's going to be their honest self. They're going to give their honest opinion. You know? But yeah, man, that's my Drake rant. And those are my issues with Drake. You know? Like I said, he's one of the best. He's one of the most talented. He's one of the most accomplished. All the accolades. Any and everything you could think of possibly saying about Drake, it's deserved. We know that. My only critique is, yeah, the music needs to mature. We need a rap album. And I want to see some different features. So those are my 3 critiques about Drake. The music should definitely mature. I need an all rap album. And I need to see him switch it up with the features. You know? So, salute to Drake. Salute to Budden. Shit, salute to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, I scrap. Why do I keep saying I scrap? I didn't scrap, but next episode, man, I'll talk about what I wanted to talk about. It's, you know, I wanted to come on here and give my opinion about this Drake Joe Budden situation. Again, man, Drake fans like it. Some fans like it, some fans don't. Music is subjective. You know, my favorite rapper might be a nigga least favorite rapper, and his favorite rapper might be my least favorite rapper. You know, it is what it is, man. But yeah, man, I just wanted to come on here and chop it up with y'all, man. You know, get my opinion on this whole Drake situation. You know, like I said, man, hey, once you're a professional musician, you make music to put out to the public, you're open for criticism. I didn't necessarily see what he said was wrong. And like I said, the music needs to mature. We need an all rap album. And we need some new and exciting features, man. You know, step outside the box with the features. And I think you'd be all right. You know what I'm saying? And block out. If I was Drake, I'll block out the bullshit, man. I wouldn't be on my Instagram responding still and writing raps and my captions and all that, man. Listen, man. At the end of the day, I did everything you could do in rap. I made my money. I'm good. I'm one of the biggest artists in the world. Like, I'm established. I am what I am. I am who I am. This is the project I wanted to put out to the world, and I'm standing on that. That's it. This is what I wanted to do, and I'm standing on that. I'm not going to have my man call threatening. I'm not going to go back and forth, and I ain't sending no subs. Drake, stop the subs. Enough with the subs, man. If you ain't going to put a name on it, get up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? It's hip-hop. Put a name on it. Talk about who you talking about. Send that shot at them. Put the name on it. If not, man, leave it alone. The subs is old, man. You know, niggas is out here like, come on, man. Niggas is out here, they'll say your name, you know. So if you want to go back and forth and engage in a rap battle, we want to keep it music. It ain't got to get into no street shit. It's hip-hop, man. This shit is built. It's a blood sport. It's a blood sport. You know, look at the battle rap niggas. Them niggas be hanging with each other, get on stage, say the most disrespectful shit to each other, get off stage and get back to hanging with each other. So I think we okay on the subs. You know, address people directly, man. Leave that shit alone. The subs is getting old, you know. But again, that's just me, man. On that note, I'm signing off, man. You know what I'm saying? This episode is brought to you by BHR Clothing. You know, you can hit bhrclothing.bigcartel.com. Go grab you a tee. I'm working on some things, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully this winter we'll have some new shit in stock. But yeah, man, we here. This is the Retro Rick Podcast. I am your host, Rick. Follow me on Instagram at Rick_BHR. Hit the email, the retrorickpodcast@gmail.com. I'm gone.